Tony was always trying to find ways to make ends meet. Every day he'd come home at dawn, but one day, Tony really laid into a customer who was being difficult. That guy was quite a force to be reckoned with. The bar had been closed for months, leaving Tony out of work. He needed to find a way to make some extra cash, so he decided to enter the big gulp contest. If he could take down Fat Paul, he'd win $50, but Fat Paul could down 24 hot dogs in one go. Halfway through the competition, Tony was already in deep trouble. When his wife found out, she thought he was out of his mind. But Tony can't rely on luck all the time. His rent is due next, so he needs to find a job first. Following a friend's recommendation, he went to a pianist's office to apply for a job as a chauffeur. The office was quite lavish, featuring an impressive display of everyday decor. Tony couldn't help but take notice, but what he didn't realize was that the pianist, Shirley, he was a black man. He held a prominent position on the throne, and he really nailed it with his first question. Do you anticipate any challenges in working with a black man? Tony had to make some compromises to stay afloat, and Shirley required more than just a standard driver. He's planning a national tour, with most of the shows taking place in the South. At that, the southern US was facing severe discrimination against black men, so Tony had to help Shirley avoid any trouble to ensure the show went smoothly. The entire job took around 8 weeks at a rate of $100 per week, including food and lodging. I'm not just looking to hire a driver. I'm looking for someone who can take care of my travel itinerary. As your personal assistant, I understand you need help with a variety of tasks, including laundry and shoe shining. Tony had finally hit his breaking point and was ready to agree to any terms necessary, except for a black man who worked as his valet. Tony's name came up several times in the record company's inquiries. Many people mentioned him. We were impressed because Tony had a natural talent for solving problems, which is why Shirley called him an AST, and Tony was ready to back down for $20. He'd accept the job without being a servant. Sure, there are plenty of ways to make money. He helps his friends with their problems, but he'd earn a whole lot less for that. He might not even need to go back to the bar, but Tony had his limits. Tony rang his favorite watch. He was separated from his family, but the following morning, Shirley called and said yes to everything Tony asked her. Tony asked his wife if she would be okay with him being away for a long time for this job. Even though she felt sad about it, Tony couldn't eat 26 hot dogs every day. Before he left, the record label gave Tony a green book titled The Black Man's Guide to Traveling Safely During the Holidays. It provided a list of hotels in the South that were very willing to accommodate black men.